Welcome back to the Plays with Cars YouTube channel and another episode of Miniatures Monday. Today we have all of the finds we got at the swap meet, which you can watch the field trip video that we posted yesterday about the big Portland swap meets. These are all of the miniatures we picked up. So we'll show them to you one at a time here. Out right there. I've got my camera helpers again. Can you give me that? And the first thing I got was, these are some add-on wheels that are the old Mini Lite style, 5-lug. These are for slot cars, specifically AFX. So I've got a couple of, like some Trans Am Javelins and 70 Camaros and things like that I could put these on and make them look more realistic like the race cars. So it was $5 for a pair of those, which was a really good deal. Or 2 pairs of those. So I got 2 sets of those. We'll do some slot car customizing on a future Miniatures Monday. Alright, next we got a couple of newer AFX slot cars, newer being not the ones you would use these on. These are late 70s, early 80s. We've got a Nissan 300ZX Turbo in a pretty cool looking paint scheme. This is AFX Racing on it. And a yellow Pontiac Firebird and a pretty cool paint scheme too. They both seem to be runners. I paid $10 each for these, which is a good deal for a running car. So these are ones that the kids can play with, or they're so nice I might be able to clean them up and add them to the collection. We also got a pair of Lamborghinis. Now this was $10 for the pair, so that was only $5 each for these. These Tyco 440 X2 chassis run really well, and they're super easy to drive. So these are great for the kids too. You see these extra magnets here? These are traction magnets that go specifically on the rails. And because they're located so far back, it keeps them from drifting, so they go around the corners really, really nicely. So again, these Lamborghinis are in great shape. They don't have any bends on the wings or anything. So we'll clean these up, but now I think I've got 2 or 3 sets of these, So again, they make good race cars for the kids, and at $5 a piece, like, you can't even get parts kits for that. Alright, now we move on to the die-cast. We got some Hot Wheels. So let's see. Yeah, this particular one, I think I paid 50 cents for. It's a Ford GT, in really nice shape. It's like pseudo-Golf colors. I hadn't really seen this one before, and I have a couple of GTs up in the display case, so I thought maybe I would add this one to it, for a whopping 50 cents. I also got this Porsche 928, which says turbo on it, which is funny because they never made a 928 turbo. Yeah, so that one was pretty cool. Another 50-cent find. The stripes have worn off a little bit, but we'll see what we can do with it. I also got, this one was 25 cents. This is a Mazda RX-7 race car. It's a first-gen RX-7, just like my first race car. It has opening doors. It's right-hand drive. Pretty cool looking. It's a Matchbox from 1982. Just kind of has a neat paint scheme and stuff on it. And again, it was a quarter, so for a quarter I couldn't resist. I also got this Bronco for a quarter. These are supposed to have a dirt bike on the back. This one's missing the dirt bike, but it still has the top, which is fine because I don't own a dirt bike and it's white. I figured I could finish taking the rest of the tampos off and then paint the blue stripes on the side to make a miniature version of Project Bronco. Because it's white, it's lifted, it's got the right wheels, it looks kind of cool. And again, it was a quarter. And then this one we paid 50 cents for an attempted restoration. This is, my kids were going nuts at this. They'd never seen these before, but these were out when I was a kid. They're Hot Wheels Crashers. They came out in the mid to late 80s, and when you crash them into things, they have a piece that moves. So there's one that the nose of the car turns inside out and has a crushed bumper. This one you roll over and it like crushes the roof and the inside. Anyways, it looked really cool, so we might try and drill out the rivets on this one and restore it, because I have not seen anybody on YouTube attempt to restore one of these Crashers yet. So that could be a really fun one for us to do. And for 50 cents, you can't go wrong. Yeah, there you go, bud. Alright, the only car I bought in the package was this Hot Wheels Zamac from the 50th anniversary. I found the other 7 of these in the stores when they were new, and I never could find this Mustang Coupe up here for some reason. At other places, people couldn't find the Camaro, and there was a bazillion Camaros up here. So I think Hot Wheels kind of deliberately spreads around their their stuff to make people want to buy it all and then sell it online and make this secondary market kind of a little influenced, which isn't very nice, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. So I've been looking for this 67 Mustang all year long, and I finally found one at the swap meet. It was $2, so, and I think these were either $1 or like $1.50 when they were in the stores, so it's not too much of a premium, but I can finally complete that collection. And last we have the model kits. So this is a Bobby Allison 1975 Matador NASCAR. Of course, you guys know I love my AMCs. I actually already have 2 of these in the box, and the decals to do the number 12 and the number 16. But this one was literally $5, all new in the package. So there were a couple of sportsman level racers that raced Matadors. I might get around to building one of those. I might resell it. I might just leave this one in the package because it's so nice. We'll see. But again, $5, good deal. And this one we're definitely going to build. This is a Porsche 911 GT1 Evo by UT Models. This is one of those kits that's called a curbside. It doesn't have an engine or anything in it, so you get the body and the chassis and the windows and stuff, but it doesn't have detail other than that. It was $10, and the guy had a whole bunch of them, and what they were is the people that do 1/24th scale slot car racing really love these. The bodies are super strong on them. The decals are really easy to use. And he says that they just kind of hold up to abuse. He had a whole bunch of them thinking that as he raced, he was going to keep, you know, messing them up and need more bodies. And he just hadn't needed them. So he's selling them for $10. We do not do 1/24th scale slot car racing, but this is one of the cars that I've really wanted to build a model of. I've got the right white paint and everything for it. So I think this may even be the next model build on Miniatures Mondays, to kind of go through a bigger curbside than that 1/43rd we did, and kind of show more detailed paint and whatnot, and then some really crazy decals. I really like this car, so I was super excited to pick this up. I think this was my favorite find of the whole show. That about does it for what we found as far as miniature stuff goes. The kids all bought into their own little Hot Wheels at $0.25 or 50 cents each and stuff like that. But no big car part finds this year, which is fine. We went for the fun of it and got some good deals. So that's been swap meet finds for Miniatures Mondays. Until next time.